So, why am I so late? Because I usually get all my images from the fandom, and they haven't put a lot of images in at all. So that's why. I usually wait for them to do it, and they never did. Because, if you work in the fandom and you're watching out this video, lock in and start putting these images in fast so I can get my reviews out. I would do them, like, right after I see the episode, but, I see them early, and even after the premiere. Alright, I'm going to have to start doing my own images, but the point is, in this video, I'm going to be reviewing. I'm going to go character by character instead of scene by scene. Give you my thoughts. By the time we're done with Sam, we'll be done with every character. And then I'll tell you my score of the episode, because this was a pretty standard episode of Disventure Camp, which is not always not necessarily good ones, but, like, they're okay. They make a basic watch. I've been waiting 2 weeks to watch a standard episode. Like, episode 2 was, like, unique. And was like, oh, wow, I waited 2 weeks for this? Let's go. But not this episode. This one was a little weaker. But it still has some positives. Let's start with Alec from the favorites. We'll go from Alec from the favorites to Sam from the fans. So, Alec, he didn't do much this episode, you know. He hung up with Fiore. He tried to talk to Anastasia. And I saw the theory of her not being happy for a unique reason because of his, father, child neglection. You know what I mean. One thing that had me worried about him and Alex's dynamic is that, remember when he was climbing up the hill, Fiora was on his shoulders, and then she put it forward, and he was, looked annoyed? I think that's not a good sign. But everything else was fine. I'm just worried. I want their dynamic to stay positive. There's no need to make it negative. I don't think. So Allie didn't do much either. She literally was basically by Benji the whole episode, so not much to talk about her. She was cool, I guess. Anastasia was, pretty good. I liked her dynamics. I like her dynamic with Lake, and Rosa too, but we didn't see much of that this episode. Her dynamic with Lake is more unique. Like, if you said at the beginning of the season, who do I expect to Anastasia talk to more, Rosa or Lake? I would say Rosa. That's just me. But Lake was so interesting. They go off each other very well, and I think I'm excited to see them more. After you hear my prediction on who's going next episode, you'll be kind of surprised, but you're gonna have to hear me out on it. I'm pretty sure I already told you this. Yeah. Benji is pretty much the same as Ali, so yeah, he didn't do much. But I do like him still. Bruno liked his dynamics with Spencer and Rosa and Lake. Him being a fan of Lake's so awesome. That's another reason why I think Lake's almost safe. It's a very random reason, but yeah, I don't think Lake's going to next episode. Either way, Bruno being a super fan is so cool. I feel like we'd be the exact same. I try to be as social as possible, and he's doing that exactly. Him manipulating Spencer's interesting. I really hope it doesn't turn into a thing where he thinks he's doing this, but Spencer's actually manipulating him, even though Bruno thinks he's manipulating Spencer. I do hope that dynamic goes well. Some people are predicting a romance, which would be interesting. Fiore. So Fiore, I like Fiore a lot. I like what she said. Spencer's just Alec if he took the substance. I already got him wrapped around my finger. That was pretty cool. When I saw them in the trailer, my heart dropped because it sounded like she's only using Alec and doesn't care about him, which is not true. Maybe in the game, but realistically, no. But yeah, Fiore's cool this episode. I like her. Can't wait for her to do more. I mean, not say she's not doing a lot, but I want her to do more. Gabby. Oh, I'm scared for her next episode because she might go, and that's not good. But a creator, not gonna say names, even though it's not even negative. Reminded me about my theory that she still needs to have interaction with Owen. I was like, oh yeah. But what about Benji? What's saving Benji? I think the only thing saving Benji is that he was the first DC4 player going. in season 4 out of the 4 favorites to return. And he going first again will be weird. I do think that he will redeem and make it further. I just realized I was talking about Benji. Jeez, I am very good at going off track. Lake, awesome, love her. She's doing amazing, especially with her run in season 2. After seeing the season 2 remake, it made me like her way more. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm so excited to see her in Fans vs. Favorites. And she's doing very well. I like how she's being more calculated in her decisions. And I was like, wow, I just realized she's made it farther than episode 3, so that's already cool. Can't wait to see what she does in an episode 4. Haven't seen that in years. I mean, a couple months since the remake just came out, but still. So, Natalia was always a cool character to me. I don't know why she's starting to get more hate more recently, but I think it's just because people wanted Isabel instead of her, which I can understand, but Natalia isn't bad either. I think Natalia did a very good job. I like how she said, let's sit down. For me, not you. That was actually a pretty creative one. I like that. Natalia is so cool. But her game might blow up. It's gonna hurt all the more when I flip on you. You don't just say that to someone. That's just not what you do. But she's saying that to Tom, so I'll give her a break. It's Tom. Like, Tom's gonna quote-unquote betray Natalia. I guess Natalia's Gabby and Tom's ally, so I guess they will be betraying her in that case. Next, Rosa. Rosa took a step back in this episode, I won't lie. I mean, yeah, we'll see more of Rosa. I know she's making merch. I know she's making merch. Spoiler alert, she's making it far. But her taking a backseat this episode isn't horrible. If Fiora wasn't going to sit out, I guess it would have to be Rosa. I think if the favorites ever... Well, I mean, next episode they're going to have to sit 2 people out. I suspect it being, maybe Fiora and Rosa, if they let Rosa sit out twice. Either way, I think favorites are doing a good job sitting out the right people. And I can't wait for them to lose next episode. It's pretty obvious they're going to freaking lose next episode. So, Spencer! Spencer is such a cool character. I like Spencer. I like when he talks smart. It makes me like, wow, I'm watching a show of social strategy with Spencer in it, so that's always cool. I don't mind Spencer this episode. He didn't do too much, but I knew the lines between Alec, Fiore, and Spencer was coming eventually. Almost everyone did. Just the inclusion of Bruno was what I wasn't expecting. I thought it would be Benji. But, it is what it is. If Ali for some reason goes before Benji, we might see it happen. Maybe Benji will be in the mix. Villains Alliance 2. So I've been doing alliance maps after every episode, updating what the alliances are. So, yeah, one of the alliances is the Villains Alliance 2 with Alec, Fiore, Spencer, and Bruno, which is like, the inclusion of Bruno being a villain is crazy. But yeah, there's no way they're gonna say that alliance out loud and then not make it. It doesn't have to be necessarily a Villains Alliance, but it's gonna be an alliance of some sort. I think it might take over for 1 or 2 votes, but it will be a big surprise if one of them actually went home. And then, Tom. Gotta be honest, Tom is very cool. Honestly, choked, gagged. I'm gagged. That's actually funny. I do like Tom, even with him being a himbo. He doesn't have to go back to being serious. Not much to be serious about. I mean, no. Maybe if him being like more serious with strategic talk will be interesting. Maybe if he's the last one of the once were signed alliance, maybe so. But I don't want that to happen. He could be one of the last ones. One of the last ones being like the second or third one left. But he can't be the last one. That I would be way too annoyed. Yeah, I don't think Tom needs to make it super duper far. He doesn't need to make it to the single digits. If Aiden's going to make it to the single digits, which I think he will, I don't think Tom needs to. And going to the fans, starting with Aiden. And Aiden, I like Aiden. His logic's weird. But Alexa, one of the proofreaders, gave an explanation.
Oh, you're curious about what I can do. I can share what's fresh and
Oh my gosh. Alexa, stop. Sorry. Anyways, yeah. She gave her a little bit of, like, insight, and it makes a little more sense. You can go read it on her community post if you want to know. It makes a little more sense, but you need to dive into it to really understand it. But yeah, I am curious, not excited, that would be a overstatement, but curious on Aiden and Evie's friendship. And I feel like with the setup, with what's going around it, on who's making for the Evie or Aiden, it's obviously going to be Aiden. And if I think Aiden's making merge. So personally, I think Evie has to make pre-merge, which is always good. I want her to go as soon as possible. And like the next 3 eliminations would be awesome. Because I know the favorites are going to lose the next 2. Aura is a very interesting character, right? This episode gave me hope that she will outlast Finn. Because she seems like the more logical one. And the one, if she's the one who manipulates Aiden, I feel like either Finn can use that against her if you want Finn to make it farther, or Aura will manipulate Finn and eliminate him if you want Aura to win. And I want Aura to win that war, because one of them's going to betray each other. I mean, maybe both of them, but I think one of them at least has to, so, yeah. Not now, but eventually. Maybe late pre-merge, probably. I don't think both of them make a merge. That's too much. Next is Dunya. Dunya is a awesome character. I love her. I think her voice definitely got softer when she was talking to Nora. Only the best ones. I think she is just, like, awesome. Her voice really got softer when she was talking to Nora. I think that's subtle, like, flirting in us, which, not saying much yet, but I think it's gonna happen. Ernesto, he got eliminated, my boy. I love him so much, and, wow, he really made all the old men in this show, like, being like, wow. I don't count Ted. I feel like 50 or up counts as being old, which, yeah. So, I think Ernesto is a very good character, right? I like him so much, and I cannot wait to see him if he comes back. If not, maybe they'll make like a Rescue Island pushed up the episode in episode 4. I don't know. I'm gonna see the trailer right after I'm done making this video. So next is Evie. Hate her. Like, I can say confidently, I hate her. If she got eliminated this episode, I might have put her. Well, she's in the eliminated. She would be eliminated tier, but like she'd be behind Aubrey, but at least she'd be gone. But now she's still in, thanks to Aiden. That's the only problem Aiden had this episode. He kept Evie in. But I guess I can understand it from a strategic standpoint. I guess. Either way, Evie, very, very, very much hate her. Like, I want her to die in a ditch. And I'm not joking. Her voice actor is like one of the only good parts about her. She can die otherwise. Aiden is going to carry her character, I bet. If the fans lose next episode, I really want it to be Evie. I really want it to be Evie. So Finn, he took... I mean, I can't remember much things Finn did, honestly. Finn, not much to talk about. Manu... His flipping was like, oh man, Logan, he's gonna get hate. But he's not getting as much hate. People want him to go home now. But he's not getting, like, he's not the most popular contestant right now. He's one of them. But not the most popular. Community-wise, he's put under the radar. Aiden is taking out the hate heat. Like, you know what I mean? The hate heat. So yeah. I still like Manu a lot. Like, I do. He did flip. But I guess it's strategically beneficial. Nora, like her a lot, cannot wait. I feel like now after this episode, she's more Junior's side. So I think if she won, people wouldn't mind, because people did not like her the first 2 episodes. It was more like a quiet dislike, but now they're quietly liking her. Maybe it's some people slow, but I think some people genuinely like her now. I always did. I always had hope in her. The fact that she's changing so soon, like I kind of said last episode review, I just kind of, I'm just kind of scared for that because I thought she changed later on, but this soon is crazy. Oya, in a sense, cool like her. I think Ernesto's comments towards her was extremely random and not strategically good, but it didn't do much. She still put her shoulder on him when he was starting to get a lot of votes, so I think they're fine. I don't know why he said that, but, I don't hate Ernesto for it, nor Oya, or I guess people are calling her Olivia. It's gonna be weird calling her Olivia. Why couldn't they just put in when we first saw her, Olivia? At that point, either way. I do like her a lot, and I want to make her see her make it far. And with the amount of lines she's not getting, I guess she kind of has to. I think she's immune until she starts getting more lines. Then she can, I guess, jump off a bridge. Some people hope for her to get a deep run. Maybe that's what we're stretched. Maybe like late pre-merge. Maybe early merge. I don't think she needs to make it that far. Come on, be honest. For the people who want her to make a deep run, between her and Gabby, who do you want to see make it far the most? Most of you all are saying Gabby. Ren, awesome as always. People think Sam knows he has the idol, but if Sam knew Ren had the idol, ONC would have made that a little more clear. That would be a big surprise if we found out next episode that Sam knows Ren has the idol by past episodes. It is a weird suspicion. A heated rivalry between Ren and Sam would be interesting. Not like the show, like it would be like a gay romance. I don't see that happening. I mean, their age is close enough for it to happen, but I don't think it will. I think they will have an actual heated rivalry, though. I think that would be very interesting. Seeing someone like Sam argue with someone like someone like Ren argue with someone like Sam would be interesting. Especially because Sam's still trying to keep that persona. So, even if that would happen, it wouldn't happen until, like, let's say no team swap happens. It would be, like, a mid to late pre-merge. And then, but yeah, Ren's a very good character, like how he has his friendship with Ernesto, and now I think he's going to interact with Oya. That's the only way she's going to get any lines. And Sam? Excited for Sam. I think Sam has a lot of weight to pull in because he's going to be laying back these episodes because he's going to still try to do strategic moves. He just has to do it very nicely and subtly. But he is starting to align with Ara and Finn strategically, so that's interesting. But Sam doesn't have one person. That's why Ara said, Sam, everyone's best friend Sam. Like, everyone's best friend Sam. She said that because he doesn't have one person. He has pretty much everyone. No one dislikes him, so exactly why he's everyone's best friend. He said pretty neutral. He's said some things out loud. No one forgets he exists. Everyone knows he's there. But he's just here to keep morale high and be nice. I don't know when he's gonna suddenly pull the rung out of everyone, but I think he's a high contender for late game. Making finale seems likely, honestly. I don't know. It's just a very high possibility. Anyway, so yeah, that's the review. We had to go character by character. I know it's not much of a review, but I got my thoughts out on the episode because the characters are the episode. I wish I could go but see my sim, but I didn't. I'll just give a summary. The challenge was very good. The first person was kind of slow, but it did get strategic interactions, which is always nice. And the second half was fun to see Anastasia and Lake bond, along with seeing Evie and Ernesto subtly interact. They could have done some interaction between them. I don't see the harm in it. I mean, last season they made the two oldest people interact, so I think Evie and Ernesto is going to eventually interact at Rescue Island. Because let's be honest, Evie ain't making it that far. And if she does, I'm going to be very low on the season towards the end. Um. So yeah, that's pretty interesting. Thoughts. I don't think I'm gonna do a thoughts video. I'm gonna combine it. I'm gonna like. My thoughts on the characters are pretty much said. I hate Evie, and everyone else is either in like, love, or absolute icon. I'll show you real fast and summarize my thoughts. So to summarize my thoughts, I decided that Ernesto, I would put the eliminated contestant of the episode and eliminated tier of that episode, because I don't feel like waiting to put him above Aubrey. So yeah, I'm just gonna do that, and I think I did that because Aiden's elimination kind of just left Aubrey sitting there. So yeah, Ernesto goes above Aubrey. Um, I like it's not nothing against Aubrey. It's more of what Ernesto did. He's just so cool and adorable, and even his little mishaps kept him in love. I'm pretty sure. I could be wrong, but it kept him in love. No, and I remember at the beginning of the season, I could put him in neutral. Look at him now. He's like good growth. I like that. He moved up, which is very cool. Very cool. Evie is in hate. I don't even want to talk about her, honestly. Finn, Benji, Allie, yeah. Finn, Benji, and Allie didn't do much. Sam didn't do a lot. He just made an evil face and pretty much just stayed strategic. Alec, he didn't do a lot. But I did like his scenes, but nothing standoutish. Jeez. Alright. Manu, cool uncle. His flip, making Evie stay in the game, kind of burned me, so I put him there. Ouya, cute and adorable, but once again, didn't do much. She has 10 lines in 3 episodes, which is not good, by the way. Her team has lost twice, so that's especially not good. Okay. Dunia, very cool character, love her a lot. But don't think she's ready for love yet. I think we'll get there eventually. Ara, she didn't do much in general, but I do like her a lot, so she's in love. Rosa took a step back, but I still love her. She's just down in that tier. Tom, Aiden, Gabby. I mean, they didn't do a lot, but they didn't do much either. I mean, Aiden probably did the most out of them, but I still like Gabby a lot. The fact that she got more screen time in this episode made her go above both of them. Tom's shoulder to Alec, which I actually didn't mention, was actually awesome, so I put him pretty high this episode. Not very, but pretty high. Nora, the fact that she's getting more, like, empathetic made me put her up. Natalia is, like, so cool. I love her so much, but, she didn't, I mean, she did do a lot, not a lot, but, like, she did some, but enough to put her at the top of love. And Ren, man, he did a lot of heavy lifting for the fans. He made a counter alliance, by the way. I didn't mention that, but he made a counter alliance that should have worked, but it didn't. To get rid of Evie, which is awesome. I love it so much. So, Ren, I need you to get rid of Evie eventually. When Evie goes home, I want you to be the cause of it. Or at least a part of the cause. And the top 5 characters. There doesn't necessarily have to be 5 at the top of every episode. But in this case, there was 5. Bruno, he went to the bottom. That was going to be our next spot. But honestly, I love Bruno so much. His energy matches what most people's energy would be if they met those people. And yeah, it's so awesome. I don't know who. I'd probably reside with Ali and Benji, honestly. I'd probably fit in there the most. Because I'm more likely to adapt to them and make it cool. Anastasia. Okay, by the way, the top 4 is favorites. That's because I liked favorites more. They casted good fan favorites in my opinion, so I'm genuinely going to like them more. Bruno probably could beat all 4 of them. But Anastasia, I love her this episode. She did so much. I love how the fandom started to like her again. But I think a lot of them are wary, because if the same thing happens as last time, that'll make them hate her more. Oh yeah, another reason I didn't post is because I was sick. Oh, jeez. Fiora did amazing. Love her so much. Love her bratty attitude, and she's awesome. She'll always be awesome. Spencer, I like his strategicness. He's just so cool. I want to see him interact more with Lake, Rosa, and not Aiden, but like Lake and Rosa. I think that'd be interesting. I feel like his energy with everyone's just interesting, and his strategy's way too good. I have to like Spencer because he's making a deep run, and if he doesn't, that'd be weird. Very weird, very weird. And Lake, I think Lake is doing amazing. She's redeeming. She's making mistakes, but she's gonna refine them. She's gonna have friends and maybe lose them. Hopefully, I'm about to tell you my prediction, but yeah, Lake's awesome. Love her so much. She's number one in this episode. So, I'm going to tell you my prediction, and I'm going to narrow this down for you. I'm going to give you one pick per each generation, right? And I'm going to give you reasons on why they're not going. For Gen 1, our options, I'll give it a better image for you. Better image of the favorites. Now, let's break this down. Alec and Fiore is not going because they're aligned with Spencer and Bruno, which is why Spencer and Bruno is not going. So they're down. All right. So I can. Anyways, Alec, Fiore, Bruno, and Spencer are all out. Well, in this case. Don't think they're going. Ali and Benji are question marks, but I don't think Benji's going for the sole fact that he was the first DC4 player out, and even if he does go next episode, fine. But he's coming back. Somehow. So, yeah. Ali. I don't think Allie's going. I feel like her story needs to be wrapped up. It's kind of hard to tell if a story arc's going to be wrapped up in one episode, multiple episodes, or long term. Like Candace was long term, Alesio's was 2 episodes. So it's hard to tell. I mean, that one was kind of a stupid example, but still, it's kind of hard to tell. Better example, Ernesto or Evie's. I guess Evie's going to be longer. We don't know if it's going to be long term, but it's going to be longer than Ernesto's. But I'm going to say Allie's not going yet. I'm going to say that. Because I think she'll be fine. Gabby has her interaction with Olia, so she's out. So it's down to Anastasia, Lake, Natalia, Rosa, and Tom. I think, yeah, that's accurate. So Natalia isn't going. She's the only DC4 player with a full redesign. Play with me. Run up. Let's go. She ain't going. She's the only one who got a full redesign. Why would she go next episode? Why would you do that themselves? If they're not doing it with Aiden, they're not doing it with Natalia. So you think it should be Tom because Anastasia, Lake, and Rosa have this new dynamic. Yada, and that's not true. Tom's safe for the sole fact that even if they got rid of Tom, he's coming back. Also, we just lost a Silent Alliance member. So, that's exactly why Lake, Rosa, and Tom's safe. That means Anastasia's out. That's not my best logic ever, but it is something. I do not think I do not think any of those 3 are going home, nor the other 11. I think it's going to be Anastasia. How? I mean, I predicted how Aiden's would go, right? I mean, he's in the middle. But I have no idea of Anastasia. I mean, even with the alliances I have mapped, I don't think it's going to involve... I know Bruno, Fiore, Alec, and Spencer would have something to do with it. But I think it'd be pretty interesting. I don't know. I feel like it's probably not going to be Anastasia. And maybe some of my logic's stupid. It's probably not going to be Anastasia. But I'm going to believe it is. Anyways, I'm about to see the episode 4 trailer, so I got to fly. So I'll see you guys next time. Goodbye.